You know, in Oregon where we are, they say you can always put a bird on it that will look good. Well, Hunkydory's saying you can put a butterfly on it and everything will look wonderful.
Especially with this new collection, a mega assortment of butterfly die cuts.
Yes.
Plus one of our popular little books of rainbow butterflies.
Right, and some wonderful projects. Come play with us. Well, here are the two collections that Gail was talking about. Here is the mega assortment of butterflies. They are in the rainbow.
They are rainbow Flutterbyes, and there are 384 of these beautiful die cuts, and you're getting actually 4 finishes in here.
Okay, so this is the gold shiny,
right.
And so that's on some of them.
You get 4 sheets of those in those beautiful yellow and gold tones.
And orange and
each one of
red.
these easy to pop out, and you get a little purple, a little bit of everything in there. Well, that's the rainbow effect. And you also get this beautiful textured gold.
Right.
4 sheets of those.
So you're getting gold onto these, and then
the shiny gold, right, and the textured gold, and then you get silver.
Right, and this is in the blues and the greens and the purples. So that's the shiny silver.
Right.
And then there is the textured silver.
So 8 sheets of silver, 8 sheets of gold, 384 butterfly die cuts.
And
absolutely.
I think there's so much you can do with those.
Mega assortment.
Mega assortment. And then the little book, now there are 144 sheets, and let's see.
There are, and they measure 4 1/8 by 5 7/8, so these are perfect for just setting on top of a card to create just a beautiful card very quickly.
Be your card front, can also be on a tag, on a scrapbook page.
There are 24 different images. You're going to get 6 of each one of those images, and all of these beautiful rainbow colors.
So what can you do with them?
Yeah.
Well, let's get started. Here is the butterflies. Now, these are, of course, onto, it looks like botanical frames papers,
right.
But we've also added the Miri sheets. Now, we saw these first late last year.
Right.
There's a gold set. The silver set is what we're playing with today because it's silver and white.
And there are Miri sheets and there are Miri die cuts. So this is our set of Miri die cuts, 140 in this set.
And 70 of them are in silver. There's round, oval, and square, and all kinds of sizes. And then also in white, which I know is kind of hard to see, but you see the result on this card. And I have to tell you, Hunkydory did this collection exclusively for Paper Wishes.
Wonderful.
So I'm pretty excited by that. That was kind of
And they're so useful. So here you see the white squares. So just ink those edges a little bit, foam tape them in place, and they're perfect focal for those butterfly die cuts. Let me show you how easy it is to work with those die cuts. You're just going to pop one out. Super easy, ready to go. Pop out a die cut. Now you've got a butterfly that you can use just like that. You can glue it in place, which will look like that. You can foam tape it, and when you do, you get a little bit of a shadow, so that's a nice look. Another thing you can do is glue it just in the center and then bend up the sides, just like that. And if I make a bend on each side of that body, then I've got lifted wings, like so. And the last thing that I can do with this, there's probably lots more. I like to roll it. Here I've got my index finger and my thumb between my thumb and my forefinger. And there we go. When we do, you get this nice curled effect.
Very pretty.
And so lots of different ways to use them.
Yes. Speaking of different ways to use them, you can also use them on a bendy card. Look at this. Now the bendy cards are done with a template or with the die cut cards, 5 cards, 5 envelopes. And you can see that just by covering each of the panels with paper, then adding the butterflies, and my goodness, with 384, you would have 300 left after this card.
Right, so that the beautiful silver, it just kind of pops on there.
Isn't that lovely?
So just put them in places that will make it easy to see when you're looking at the card. Add some jewel border dazzles, like up at the top there, down here at the bottom.
And
just
this is
beautiful.
the inside-outside greetings. We showed those, I think, last week or the week before.
Right.
And just very, very useful. And I love the bendy card. I always say I've never seen a bad bendy card because I think they're just gorgeous. And of course, it's going to stand up like that.
Hey, you can even open them. So this one is all propped up, ready to go. But if you open it up, it's got a nice sentiment on the inside.
In my heart.
And more
Very
butterflies.
nice. And more butterflies. So you mail it flat and then those
Right.
inserts just go. So a nice look. Now we're going to stick with our silver and look at this. This is again
Isn't that beautiful?
on a die cut card. This happens to be the side step and the paper patterns are included.
Right.
So you can see that the card itself becomes a mat for each of those papers.
And that's using the picket fence papers. Use that pattern to trace and cut out those paper patterns, put those on your side step card, and then all you have left to do is add one of these beautiful Miri oval die cuts and pop those butterflies on top of there. I do like that strip of paper going across.
I do too. That's
because it sort
nice.
of breaks up the shine. If you were to just use that, it is pretty shiny, so a little goes a long way.
Now, two butterflies are here. So there's a larger one and then a smaller one foam taped on top.
You've
That's
got so
a
many
nice,
you can just stack them like that, and then you can put one on every step.
You make me smile.
And on the
Very
inside.
nice. Thinking of you. Just really, really sweet. Now we're going to go into, this is one of the, out of the little book
Out of the little
papers.
book of
Right.
Flutterby Rainbow.
So that becomes the focal on the front of our card.
Right. Listen to the color of your dreams. There are lots of nice inspirational sayings. There's
Yeah.
also pictorial pieces. It's just a focal that you can add your own sentiment to.
Now this has been matted on some of the darker shades of Miri. Now this is a collection of 50 shades,
Yeah,
50
each
sheets.
each and every one of them is a different color, and
Right.
many, many hues to each one of those. It's just an invaluable pack for matting. This is great for matting photos, for matting focals like this, or just doing little strips. Just beautiful.
So pretty. And so this is nice to see how they can be used together with our book, along with our butterflies, and if you want to add other things like the 50 Shades of Miri Darker or
Right.
the Miri sheets.
And this is such a quick card. So
Yeah,
here's this
it
big,
has
you
to
just
be.
you just pull this out of the book. It's sort of gummed at the top of the book. You just pull that out. You put that on top of that Miri sheet, on top of your card. Pop on these, foam tape these little butterflies in place, and you're done.
And you're done.
Really.
Now, here is another example of using that artwork, and I think this is what you were talking about. Beautiful to look at, hard to catch. Butterflies.
Isn't that beautiful? So you've got that, and here's, it was actually cut down. So choose the image that you want, cut it down, and then use the Miri sheet square to die cut square to mat that piece.
So I think what we end up with are some mega things. We've got 144 sheets of the rainbow in the little book.
Right, and you've got 384 beautiful rainbow Flutterby die cuts.
Right, and then we did add the silver Miri sheets, 140 of these. So you've got some really nice collections and a lot of things to play with.
Very easily.